What's going on, Mgtow Righteous? It's coming back at you with another video, and this video is about the economic crisis that's going on and the economic collapse that's almost like the inevitable of happening. It's happening now. And I'm going to tell you guys, for my noblemen, my patriots, my righteous men, my leaders, you know, wake up. Fuck women, fuck the Me Too movement, fuck all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because even in the Bible, I quote scripture, it says in the end of times, even the women are going to be so distorted, so fucked up, they're going to be wishing they had men in their life. I mean, it's not even going to matter if you're tall or short, or it's just going to matter just the fact that you're a man. They'll be dying to take any man, and they'll ask for his last name and all that, right? But by then it's too late. But here's I want to tell you guys, man. When the economic collapse comes and you try to go to the ATM and your checking account is cleared and your savings account is cleared, make sure you have silver, gold, and cash on you, because it's only gonna last a little while before it's no valuable at all, because what's gonna be value is food and supplies, right? So, and things, silver, it will be valuable, but you also have to think about it like what people need. So, and some people, and silver might not, and fine metals might not even be valuable all that much, because it's all on what you're trying to trade for. It's all for what the person needs and what you need. So, yeah, you have some valuables, silver and gold, right? But if I need some arrows for my bow, why would I trade for that? That's stupid. It is valuable, you know what I'm saying? But I don't need that. I need this. And you don't have that. So, I'm starting to prepare now. I'm buying a lot of food every time I go. Out shopping. Even in my check, I'm just blowing like $200. Every other week. And I'm storing a lot of this food on a consistent basis. And I have a couple of spots in Connecticut that I'm saving some, putting some food supplies and stuff like that at certain areas of where I'm near, what I can get to fast. And I'm doing all this preparing now, man, because when it comes, it's gonna crash. I don't think it's gonna come. It could happen tomorrow, but I don't think it's gonna happen till like 2020. I don't think we're gonna really see real signs until like the end of 2019. Well, you really like so this time next year is when we're gonna start seeing real signs of economic collapse, and then I think like 2020, 2021 is when it's like, yo, it's over. This shit is done. Money will never be used again. It's either gonna be some sort of crypto, some type of bank card, or some crypto, or some type of electronic type of valuable of income, and that's not going to last too long, I don't think, before Armageddon and the World War III and all that. Because when the lights go out, when the blackout hits, my fellow Mgtow brothers, if we don't have, we got to think that you're not going to have communication. Okay, when the money runs out, when the banks run out, when all that stuff run out, they're gonna come for me, they're gonna come for you, they're gonna come for everybody. They're gonna put us in concentration camps, and the slightest up miss, they're gonna kill us. They're gonna put us in gas chambers. They're gonna destroy us. Okay, they want to depopulize the population, and they want to save the government at all costs. The government that we paid for, the government that we put them in there. All right, they're supposed to do what we want, not what they want. But That's what they want to do. So we have to come up with our own strategies. And it's now is right how France is doing it is now the time to rally together and overthrow the government before shit does hit the fan. But I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't think that's gonna happen at all. You know, but my fellow Mgtow brothers, you know, we need to. I mean, I understand if you want to keep your secrets to yourself and whatever, and that's understandable. But it's gonna come a time where men are gonna need men. It's gonna be bigger than just me surviving, and it's gonna be bigger than just you surviving. We're gonna have to come together and fight this tyranny of a government that's a demon. It's a beast. They have tanks. They have a bunch of different things that can annihilate us, but we will win. Um, Biggest thing, live away from people. The further in the woods you are, the better. Have your tents. Have your your fire starters. Sleep during the day. Move at night. Stay out of sight during the day. Make sure you have night vision goggles. Make sure you have infrared goggles. You need that stuff. Especially at night to see what's going on. Because during the day, that's the time when you need to stay out of sight. Make sure you have bikes. You not a maybe not a motorbike. It's gonna cause attraction or noise, but a bike that you could ride. You know, you can just get right on your bike and skate where you need to go. Pedal whatever. If you want, it could be durable. Non motor, or you could have a gear that could switch off the motor, so you could use the pedal when you want to be silent. And these are some basic things you need. Also you need a compass and a map. That's essential because that's going to be your new GPS. Because when the EMP hits and when the economic when the money ain't worth shit, which is happening now at an alarming rate, you know, um, you're gonna need some type of GPS, especially if you're in the woods. Because the best thing to be in those situations is away from the people, is away from is away from the cities and the suburbs, and go into the woods. And best believe, yes, they know what's going on. They know all the people are going in the woods. They're gonna send for us. They're gonna come for us. It might not be right away because they want us to set up shop, and then they gonna fucking kill us. They gonna come when they capture us, just like how they did in Africa when they, no matter if you're white, black, whatever, Spanish, the government is gonna send forces for you, armed forces, militarized forces, even the police department. That's why the police department now in a lot of towns have fucking tanks and they're militarized, right? And these are the people that are supposed to protect us. But really, they're protecting them. So when an economic crisis does happen, they have martial law. But not everybody's going to be in towns. A lot of people are going to be in the woods, and they know this. They're not dumb. So they want to catch you off guard. Send maybe 400 or 500 armed soldiers at one time, capture you, put you in the FEMA camps, or jail cells or whatever. God knows how long they'll you wait before you can actually even get freedom. And you'll be there, and they're gonna gas chain you if you even think opposite of anything they say. They're gonna kill you. They're gonna murder you. And then they're gonna have all different types of religions. All types of different rabbis and pastors trying to lie on the words of righteousness and their holy cultures, and say and give scriptures on why people who are captured should obey the government while the government is killing the people. So again, it's all a trick, it's all a trap. you know I right, my fellow MGTOWs, I'm working on some stuff up here in Connecticut. I'm working on some spots I'm trying to I'm putting some food, in barrels and bins, and I'm digging underground, and I'm putting this stuff there, and I will, Mgtow brothers, we have to link and link up now, because when the lights go out, we're gonna only have talkies and signals if you're near a tower, you know, and it's gonna be very hard to communicate. It's gonna be like the '90s and back in the day. If I see you, I see you. If I don't, I don't. And that's why, it's good that we all understand the coordinates of certain spots, where to go. If you need some supplies, take what you need and leave. Leave whatever you need for the next Mgtow man. You know, if um, if you need to take everything, take everything. But that's why there's hundreds of spots that we need to. Well, I'm just starting working now. I believe that this is the economic crash is going. I mean, it could happen tomorrow. It could happen tonight. It could happen right now. But how the market is how like today, how the market crashed like crazy today. If it's gonna go down like that, I'll give it like another year. Like I say 2019 going into 2020, but like this time next year is when like shit hits the fan. Like that's what I see. That's what I predict. It could happen in 5 months. It could happen in 6 months. It could happen today. It could happen tomorrow. But that's my prediction off of everything. But it is happening. Don't think it's not happening. You know, my fellow MGTOW, righteous patriots, also have ammo on you, because ammo is also good to protect yourself, but it's also going to be a valuable thing to trade with. Try to think of guns that the average guy is going to have, and have different varieties of ammo. Not only just for your weapon of choice, but for a variety of different guns, because you never know, you might need to trade something for your gun. Have infrared night vision heat seeking goggles. You need that. Like I said before, make sure you have a bike, because no money, no gas, no transportation. You know, try to make sure if you have a bike now, not a motorcycle, but like a regular bike. Make sure you could try to like put a motor on it now, and make sure you could get the motor running not on fuel but on water. You might have to adjust it, but it could be done. Make sure that the gears could switch from, the motor running to manual, so you could, move in silence, pedaling. Make sure too, you sleep during the day, you move at night. That's definitely important. Don't want to be caught out during the day, traveling from spot to spot, when thousands of people are competing during the day, killing each other during the day, trying to find food during the day, all types of shit. Okay? You gotta be. It's gonna be a scary thing, but it's if you wasn't with me in the land in the world before, which is this world, in the next world, which is when the economic collapse, you're an enemy. But if we can establish a home beacon or something now for Mgtow men, you know, in the next world to come, it'll be a little bit more of an alliance. Because you see now, I mean, they won when it came to separating the country. Obama definitely won with that. You have this group and that group and LGBT and all this, and now you have MGTOW. Yeah, yeah. Everyone's against one another. But if it doesn't happen for MGTOW, if that doesn't happen, people don't come together, and it's every man for himself. So be it that too. So be it. Maybe certain men weren't put on. That's also very understandable too. You know, but have those, have a compass and a map. That's gonna be your new GPS, because when the grid go out, that means, you know, no more internet service. You can't. These phones are gonna be useless. You know, you might not even be able to charge it. And who knows? This thing could last for 6 years. Remember, the problem is they want depopulation so they can control the masses, so they can pretty much restart a whole new civilization right under our noses. However, it would be harder for them to do that if people stuck together. That's why you have to buy resources now. I mean, buy as much gasoline tanks as you can now. Have like 7, 8 containers, 7, 8 gallons, 9, 10 gallons, 20 gallons. You know, hide them in the garage, hide them in different parts of a forest nearby. You know, hide them where you need to hide them. In a walking distance, you could go get it at night. Walk back. You know, boom, bada bing, bada boom, out of sight, out of mind. You know, if you could trust somebody, that's great. You know, but it's. I mean, if you could, it's always best to work in numbers. Especially in a crisis situation like this. You know, must be diligent, must be understanding. I remember a couple years back in Connecticut, there was this huge storm, winter storm that knocked out all the power around the whole damn state. You couldn't pump gas. People were fighting. People were stealing gas from other cars, other vehicles. People were going to McDonald's for food. It was crazy. Okay. And I seen how that fucking affected. I seen how people are so convenient, have everything so convenient with like one little lights, with like a switch of a button, everyone's fucked. So that's why you need to prepare yourselves. Prepare for the worst. Get out of the. I mean, this. If you could get out of the cities areas, that's great. And there's apps actually, and there's websites where you could own land, purchase land for like $10,000. I think it's called landwatch.com or landwatch app or something like that. And put certain supplies on these lands, building these bunkers. I'm doing this now. I'm saving my residuals now. You want to be full rounded in these certain situations when this happens. You want to be really full rounded. You have enough time, but you gotta use the time now. Don't think of it as a it's oh I if you think of what are you gonna do, you're gonna be fucked. If you organize and take it one step at a time, like okay, I need at least 6 months of food. That's a guarantee. Because if you have 6 months of food and you have to find a way to protect the food, right? Okay. The best way to do that is to not have all your food out on one place. Now, we're gonna be surprised that some places your food might be ravaged and taken. It comes with the territory. You gotta expect that. But that's why you have to have multiple spots. Okay. Have to have a lot of different spots. A lot of different food. I mean, everything from the food to the fuel tank to the knapsack to the tent. The knapsack is, your bag with dry clothes and maybe a pistol, a few rounds, you know, a map, a compass, some solar powered flashlights, definitely an infrared and night vision goggles, definitely, especially even moving around at night, you know. You also need to be physically fit. Maybe you should already mention that. No, I didn't. I didn't mention physically fit, but yeah, I would say physically fit. It's like Zombieland. Cardio. But this is very real. The economic crash is not it's happening now. It's happening now, and I just seen today. Nasdaq stocks went down. It was crazy, and it kind of reminded me of 2008. And it's going to happen. It's not a matter of this is going to be a long video. This video is going to be like a good probably like another 10 minutes, so it's probably like 30 minutes long, but I need to get this information out there, for all. So that's why this video is going to be long. This is an important video of my Mgtow brothers, my patriots, my righteous men, you know but they're going to try to kill us all. They're definitely gonna try to kill us all. That's why, it's important to come together. Even if we all come in different groups, LGBT with LGBT, heterosexual, even if we all come in groups and we stick together, everything will be fine. The problem is when they come for us. They're gonna come for us. That's when the problem starts. You know, they're gonna come for us. They're gonna just like how they came for our African ancestors. They came for them. John Hawkins in 1555, he came over there with a ship called Jesus, and he lived amongst the African tribes for 55 fucking years, giving one tribe the Bible, giving one tribe liquor, one tribe opium, one tribe marijuana, one tribe silver, one tribe hair dye, one tribe guns and ammunition and rope, one tribe spices, and he set other tribes against one another. They could do that too. You know, hey, LGBT movement, here's this supply. Hey, Mgtow, here's this supply. Here, RA is this supply. Here's now fight one another for everything else. They could do that as well. But that's why in the Bible, it's clearly men want to eat their backs from their brows. And clearly, that's not really. I mean, you have to. I mean, obtain money. Yes, you have to work, but that's actually the purpose of you working because you are conveniently going to get food. Now, with the light switch off and there is no more food, then what? Then you have 10 million people in the area fighting for groceries, and say the whole grocery store is gone. Then what? Then it becomes a real struggle for survival. Not everybody's gonna make it. I might not even make it. And you gotta accept the fact that you might be well prepared and still not might make it. You could get killed, shot down on the first day. Okay, of when the collapse happens. You have to understand it. Okay? It's like the best thing I could describe is it's kind of like football, right? I play football for anyone who's listening. When you play football and you're on the kickoff, right? It's like, I mean, even if you are the number one guy on the team and you're on kickoff and the ball got kicked off and you got to run down, right? There's so much commotion. Everyone's handling their own battle as you run down to try to capture or tackle the guy. I mean, you could be knocked on your ass. And you 6'4" and you could be knocked on your ass by a guy that's 5'5". It's the same thing, the same damn thing. You could have your shit prepared and just walk out and boom, gone. Okay, first day. Okay, of economic class. So this is why you have to have preparations. I just gave the I think 5 items that's a must that you definitely need. Okay, you need your knapsacks, you need your bags, you need clothes, you need socks, you need underwears, you need a couple of those. You need towels as well. Towels and rags. Those things are going to be taken for granted. Those things are taken for granted now, but the importance of those will be reestablished once the economic crash. A lot of things that are taken for granted, the value of them are going to be tenfold when the economic crash happens because there's no money to buy them. But these certain things you should just have. You need to have, flashlights, batteries, you know, like I said before, take $200 or $50 every other week. Get a whole bunch of canned foods. Those things last for years. In my basement right now, I have a shitload of Chef Boyardee. You know, not ravioli. I hate ravioli, but I have a bunch of Chef Boyardee. I have canned green goods and water and a whole bunch of stuff, whole bunch of goods, and I've also put them in other areas, in forests. Not too far from my house, not too close. I could walk if I wanted to go get them, and I dug them 5, 6 feet, you know, in packages, and I have packages wrapped around in saran wrap so no dirt and destroys any of the goods or nothing like that. These are the steps that you need to do. And then when you do these things, then you could go to the strip club and hey, I'm set. I might as well live the rest of this. Then that's when you should enjoy the rest of the, of this world that has to offer. This world has to offer. You know, when the things that really need to be taken care of are taken care of. You don't want to starve to death. Okay. You don't want to be like, damn. You don't want to be that guy or that woman who's like, damn. You know, I heard about it. I heard rumors about this. And I need reparations. You don't want to do that. Okay, you don't want to follow the masses. The masses are going to be going in these fucking concentration camps, and they're going to be getting gassed. We know why? Because, like I said before, the government's biggest priority is um is depopulation, so they can have more control over the people that are left. That's what they want. That's what they want, and they're gonna get that, but they also can get an uproar. It's a 50-50. You know, they could possibly, we and look at France right now. France is doing a crazy. France is a third world country right now, and the news isn't telling you shit. But France right now is crazy right now. It's only gonna get worse, and that's a lesson to learn. It's coming. But we have to stick together because when we can stick together, we can overthrow and reestablish a new world for everybody, not just what they want, not just what they say, because that's what they want. A lot of lives are going to be lost on their side, a lot of lives are going to be lost on our side. You know, getting plowed to board up your windows might be a good idea too because people will try to break in your home. That is very true. But also too, you got to think about it, in the aspect of, well, if boards are up, what the fuck are they protecting? So I mean, me personally, that's why I'm preparing now, so I don't have to stay home. As soon as this shit happens, I'm out. Home to me is a plus. If I come back here to my house, it's a plus. If it's not fucking burnt to the ground or some savages already living in here, when I come back, I'm back home, whatever. It's a plus because I'm inadequate and able to live out, on the off the grid on the land. You know, that's how it really needs to be. Not, in my opinion, because it's gonna be lawless. Men are gonna be setting up men for the little bit that they have, and women are gonna be using their sexuality like never before to either get a good guy to survive, or if they're in a pack or a group, to kill you, to take what you got. So you have to be careful, but alliances have to be established now that everything is crystal clear. You know, because it's better to do it now than when shit's the fan. The only thing I can say when shit's the fan, you can see who's true and who's not. But it's crazy because you could be lied to. You can be lied to now, but if there's a group like Mgtow, and we have, like I said, a council within a council of people. Hey, you 13 men over there, you guys are making something over there. We're doing this over here. Okay, when shit's the fan, if you want, we can meet you guys up and we could work together, MGTOWs. In the sense of like a Delta Psi, you know, or Alpha Omega type of a cohort in college, something like that. But for survivalists, for Big Town, you know, get away from the tri-state area is definitely something that's gonna be difficult. You have to have some exit strategies. The highways are gonna be backed up going one direction. You got like The Walking Dead. The thing is, they warned us right in our faces about this shit. They warned us about this shit. Them TV shows, them survival shows, all them zombie apocalypse show or whatever apocalypse show, they telling you how to survive. They were trying to show you, hey, listen, guys, we can't tell you, we're not gonna teach you what to do in school, but we gonna through a source of entertainment throw it in y'all faces, and hopefully y'all could pick up on it. They say every show, every movie, 20 or no, they say 20% of it is real. You know, you just got to figure out which percent of the 20% is real. You know, Like I said before in my last video, they're gonna tell people to go over here, don't go over there. But they're gonna know where. Do you see? You have to try to be a one step ahead, which is gonna be very difficult. Like Terminator. It's gonna be hard, but it can be done. They tell you to go over there, you don't go over there. You go somewhere else. But you try not to go where they're gonna predict you're gonna go. You know, that's the thing though. That's why you have to have your stuff set up ready. You know, $20 here. I know you're like, oh, I'm gonna get. You have to put the material bullshit that don't mean nothing down. You got to do it now. Okay, the PlayStation 4 new game, that's not gonna matter. You're not even gonna be able to play your PlayStation. You know the games, the dirt bikes, a lot of that shit is not gonna matter. What's gonna matter is the last drop of water. That Poland Spring bottle of water. You've seen the Book of Eli. You've seen what people are gonna do just to get a bite to eat. You know, it's gonna be very radical. Get your guns ready. Get the ammunition ready. Have different spare ammos ready. Have your silver and metal ready. Have your food ready. Make sure you have enough food to sustain yourself for 6 months after the crash. Make sure you have a place you could shack up that's off the grid. You know, make sure you have your rifles ready, snipers ready. I love snipers. I'm the type of guy I'll snipe your ass 700, 800 yards out, and you'll just know the direction maybe, but you can't pinpoint me. I already got a head start on your ass. Okay. These are the things that need to be established, and this is what they were not going to teach you in your schools, in your programs. Okay, how to be a true survivalist, how to really survive. You know, I'm starting now to the part where, I got my fishing line. I don't even go to the grocery store all the time, just so I can get myself weaned it off of that bullshit. I go to the lake, I catch me like 4 or 5 fish. I go home, I make sure that shit lasts me like 3, 4, 5 days. Okay. I don't do it all the time, but I do. I just last month I shot me a squirrel. I went on YouTube, learned how to gut it, learned how to clean it, skin it, and cook it and eat it. Okay. And hey, it saved money in my pocket. I didn't have to fucking go to the store. And eventually we all gonna have to do this. But these are the skill sets you guys need. Stay indoors during the day when the economic crash happens. Because there's going to be people out there today. So I would say try to, when it first happens, shack up somewhere when it first happens, in my opinion. Shack up and have that fucking gun aimed at the door at all fucking times. You know? And then when shit calms down, you know, move during start walking, have a pinpoint, have an area or whatever. Move at night, don't move during the day. Stay out of sight. It's gonna be black the fuck out. That's why get those infrareds, get those night vision. you know get what you need. Those night And the thing about night vision goggles, them shits are very bulky. Try to see if you get some ones that are not bulky. Because it also a night vision goggle could also let off your position as well when you're looking into the vision capsule. I mean, to the vision monitor. Because there's a light shining back on you, so on your face. So that if I'm in a distance and there's nothing but night, and I see that in a distance, oh, that's somebody. Click clack bow. So and it's gonna get this real. It's gonna get this real. It's just fucking real. The army usually would protect us in these situations, but however, you see what the government is doing. They're putting the army overseas right now. For what fucking reason? You know. The reserves and stuff are gonna help us out to a certain degree. You know. But that's why the army is dedicated to the people, not to the government. But when you have the army scattered around the world and interfering in a whole bunch of other people's conflicts, You know, it's gonna be hard when they come back home, if they can even get back home, because if the economic, if there people are across the world, and the armies across the world, they might just leave them there, never to fucking come back home, because money is gonna fuel costs money, and the money is gonna be way fuel is gonna be way more expensive than it is now. So who the fuck is gonna want to bring home 200,000 troops from different parts of the world? To them, that's helping them depopulize the population and make the population vulnerable. Okay, have some strategies. I'm not afraid to give some strategies, and I'm not afraid as long as people want to help. And contribute and do so. And Mgtows. I'm really trying to get into a lot of these Mgtows guys' minds, man, because we when tyranny strikes, it says in the Bible, the righteous man is the last line of defense, and we will be the last line of defense. We will. They're gonna be killing us, man. They might kill me. They might kill you. But they don't get to some of us. Some of your family are gonna turn on you. You know, your neighbor might turn on you if he ain't got his shit right. It's gonna be lawless, crazy. The police are gonna be turning against. Don't think you can call the police. You call the police, they see you have goods and food, and they see you and your neighbor arguing. They fuck around, kill both of y'all, take y'all shit, and leave. There will be no more police. We will be doing the police. If you get the chance, you should look at gematria. What is that, if you don't mind? Telling me what's that about. You know, I'll definitely give a look into it. But like I said, MGTOW is $20 a paycheck, $50 a paycheck. Get your ass down the price right. Stop and shop, food bag, wherever the fuck your local convenience store is. First thing they don't tell you to do. The first thing I'm gonna tell you to do: don't buy canned foods, right? And buy hella snacks. Buy chips, buy cheese doodles, buy candies, buy all that shit, buy all of that shit. Make sure your basement, your garage, your storage area looks like a fucking convenience store. Okay? You have all the little knickknacks and chip chaps and all that shit. So if you want, you can have a few on you when the shit hits the fan. Have some cookies on you in a Ziploc bag. Some juicy juices, whatever, and you good. Okay? Have some fresh water canisters out in the open, collecting rainwater. Boil it, purify it, drink it. You know, as well as have your own, your own water supply of watered bottles. All that stuff. You know, like I said before, trading is going to be a huge thing, but the best thing to trade is going to be food. That's going to be the next, currency. If it's not crypto, or sometime electronic currency, it's going to be food. Even back in the settlers' days, when the Indians got their land taken, what was the only? It wasn't the American dollar was established back then because they were still using pounds. When America wasn't even independent. You know what? There was their number one source, or yeah, their number one source of trade was, and of currency, corn. Corn was their number one source back then of currency. So that's a lesson to be learned. You know, that's a huge lesson to be learned. Food is going to be very valuable. Like I said, you have to have food for yourself, and food you're going to be able to trade with. Guns that's you're going to be using for yourself. You have to have, and now is the time to stock up on top of stocking up. You know, 50, $20, $10, at least every time you go out and you Okay, that's what I try to do now. If I go out, I'm going shopping. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm not even gonna get much. I'm probably gonna get me two, three sodas, right? For the game on Sunday. I'm making sure when I get me them two, three sodas, right? I'm getting me I'm gonna buy me probably like one of them or three or I say two of those big ass ramen noodles packages, you know. Give me 24 of those for what? $3. Make sure I have a whole pallet of those shits downstairs stacked on top of one another. Okay? These are the things you have to be worried about now. Because the economic crisis is happening now. You know, the stock market is tanking now. It can happen any day, but like I said before, I give it this time next year. So this time, 2019 going into 2020 is when I think America is gonna be like third world all over again. Like, oh shit, I could be wrong. Could happen sooner. It could happen later. But this is what I see. You know, my fellow Mgtow men, man. We have to come to some accordance, and hey, listen, bros. I got some stuff over here. You guys got some stuff over there. Let's stick together over here. If you want, we can live together. Have a fort, have a little tribe, have a little hut, whatever. A style, have a little civilization. Whatever the case may be. But this is what we're gonna be talking about. This is not far fetched from the reality soon to come. Okay, you know, buy Sprites, ginger ales, Coca Colas, canned soda. I mean, you name it, buy it. Make sure you don't. I mean, you gotta have some food stock ready. Buy those canisters. Like the canisters that people send to different or not canisters, but bins, barrel bins that people like send to their foreign families overseas. Get like eight of those, fill them up. Have a coordinate lock on them, and dig somewhere and put them shits down there in the dirt. You know, make sure it's saran wrapped. Do it at nighttime when nobody sees you. Just like as if you were to fucking dig a hole for a dead body. These are the things you're gonna have to do now. I'm only saying this because I've done it. I'm not telling you guys some shit that I haven't done. You know, I will say this: I've slacked off the last couple months. You know, I have slacked off because I'm back in school. You know, because I feel like the only jobs that are going to be available during these times are manufacturing jobs. If you know how to weld, or if you know how to create a CNC, CNC machinist or engineer, because during wartime, they have to have people manufacturing war items, and they are gonna have to have medical. You're gonna have to have inserts being molded and all types of shit. Those are the biggest two. I'd rather be on the medical side because even when war is going on, they're gonna once war starts, if things are going good or sour or whatever, they could cut. They could just hey, we don't need you no more. Bye. But even after that, people still need medical. So I think medical manufacturing is definitely a way to go. Building molds, building inserts, building needles, and all types of different knickknacks and shit, that people use on a regular basis. And, you know, but these are the things that need to be done. The government is against me. The government is against you. They want to kill us. They want to annihilate us. They want to depopulate the earth. Okay? That's what they want to do. They feel that we're too. They feel that we're inadequate. They feel like we have no discipline, which is true. But let us correct it. Okay. MGTOWs. It's gonna be very scary going into the future. Very, very scary. Because the thing is that's so scary about this. When they do, they're technically gonna be able to grow people. What I mean by that is when this all when shit's the fan and the 300 million or over 300 million population becomes, I don't know, a million or 12 million. That's easy to control, okay? And when you have that, you could start telling lies and from the land, from the time before, what people didn't do, and and that's how you have real control for the next 2, 3,000 fucking years. And then it's gonna be like this time was never, it was a myth. Just like Rome was a myth, like ancient Egypt is a myth. It's gonna be, they're never gonna tell the next generation of the next civilization the real truth of what happened. Because they know it's gonna happen again in that time. So again, Mgtows, you know, they're probably listening to this right now, you know. And I'm gonna look up what would you say, Gradisha? What you I wish I seen your name, buddy. Uh, Jim, Jim, all right. I'll definitely check that out. I'll definitely check that out. But MGTOWs, stop spending money on these bitches. Start spending money on what you need, man. And with that, my fellow MGTOWs, stay righteous, stay pure, stay true. God will figure out a way, you know, and do the right thing, protect the weak. Man. You'll be rewarded tenfold in the next realm, in another world. Okay, in the spiritual realm, you'll be rewarded for doing the righteous thing, the noble thing. I don't know, but I believe that because that's why we're here. We are in God's image. You know, God created, so we like God, us. You know, just don't let it get to your head. Fellow MGTOWs, stay righteous, stay pure, stay true. Love one another, respect, think through. They and ass apart. Take your ass and do whatever they want. Gas station, take all your shit. Those who lead those into captivity become captive themselves. Just remember that. Yeah, we're walking over here to a new campsite. New campsites full of fucking government armed officials. The same person who did that thought he was getting rewarded. No, 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 no. Just like everybody else. Thank you. You're just the last one to be killed. You know what I'm saying? Be prepared.